Merhaba YouTube ALSENYAZ Oyun kanalına hoş geldiniz. Ben İsa. Fallout 3'e kaldığımız yerden devam ediyoruz. Seyirler başlayalım. Önceki bölümde babamız en son babamızı öldürdüler. Bir çetenin işte bir grup geldi, düşman grubu. Orada zaten görev bug'a girmişti. Bir şekilde hileyle falan görevi yaptım. Oradan kurtulduk. Şimdi bu çelik kardeşlerin kalesini bulduk. Buraya geldik. Burada şimdi bunların giydiği kıyafeti giymeyi öğreneceğiz. Burada görev yapacağız işte, yan görevler falan alacağız. Ondan sonra devam edeceğiz. Bu bölüm yan görev yapayım diyorum biraz. Yani görevler biraz birikti çünkü. Yani yan görevden kastım tabii eksik görev yapmayacağım. Yani 2 tane yapmıştık. Bunlarda sıkıntı yaşamıştık. O yüzden yaparsam da ileride belki yana hikayesini yapayım veya mekan bitimine yakın falan yapabilirim. İlk önce şu silahlara bakalım. Silahlarımız birikti yine bu arada. Ben o kadar silah satmıştım. Silahları eksiltmemiz gerekecek. Şimdi bir kere bunu tutarım. Bu da durur. Bombalar da durur. Bomba durur. Bunlar durur. 10 tane silah tutsam yeter. 1 2 sayın 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Bayağı tutmuş. Benim şunu hatta 750'ye de gerek. 500 olsa bayağı yeter. Bakacağım. 30 187 10 mm'lik. 10 mm'lik kullanılan başka silah var mı? Varsa onu göstereyim. Yok. 32'lik kullanılıyor. 32'lik var mı? Lik de yok. Shell. Shell başka vardı galiba. Shell. Normal shell olması lazım. Yok, shell yok. Ama bu var. 12.27 çok. Niye bunlarda farklı yazıyor o zaman? 45 hasar ama şey düşük ve kalır ya. Yok. Tamam.
Need something from...
May I start by saying that I am sorry for your loss. I was acquainted with your father many years ago. The world has lost one of its few remaining visionaries. Think nothing of it. Now, Dr. Lee has explained your predicament. You need to locate some Vault-Tec equipment. A Gek? Goodness no, certainly not. I must say that there are some who doubt such a device really exists, let alone works. If, however, you share your father's determination, I may be able to assist you in locating one. Possibly. I'm afraid I won't be able to assist you directly. The news Dr. Lee has brought will require me to be elsewhere. I can, however, give you access to an old pre-war computer from Vault-Tec. It may have the information you need.
You'll find the terminal in the archives in the A-ring.
You are welcome. If you require further assistance, I may be able to help.
And
Hail. You honor us with your presence here.
The Brotherhood is at your service. The Enclave seems to have developed advanced plasma-based weaponry. I need to analyze our power armor. You honor us with your presence here.
you honor us with your presence here.
Enclave strength is at 100%. They're getting reinforcements.
Hail.
...87'ydik galiba, aynen okulda böyle. 12'ye gitmiştik. 112'de hoş geldiniz.
Those results you asked for. I sent them over to the station.
Yeah, I guess I have thought of that.
The Brotherhood is at your service.
This is freedom! When you're listening to Galaxy
You're back. You need something else now. I take it you were successful then. As it happens, the Brotherhood has some information about Vault 87. Let me show you what we know. This map shows the locations of all known vaults in the local area. Vault 87 has been highlighted for you. There. Entrance to Vault 87 will be particularly difficult for you, I'm afraid. The area is highly irradiated. Lethal levels are all around the entrance.
Burası düşündüm
Gaining
ya.
direct access
İçeride
would
şey
be
var hatta bir tane.
quite
Süper mutant var.
impossible.
Tutsak onu biz kurtarıyoruz. Bize yardım falan.
Quite simply, you don't. To attempt such a thing would be certain death for you. You share your father's determination, it seems. And in this case, you are correct. There may well be another way. Vault 87 is located very close to the site of Lamplight Caverns. It is entirely probable that the vault may be entered from within the caves. No, I'm afraid not. After initial attempts to cross the radiation failed, it was decided to focus our efforts elsewhere. You, however, are free to do as you choose. More exploration may be useful, and I'll certainly be interested in anything you might find. I wish we could do more, but the Brotherhood potentially faces a very pressing, very real threat in the Enclave. All of my efforts must now be devoted to assessing the threat they may pose to us. I'm sure you understand.
Super mutant activity in DC is high, but nothing out of the ordinary. The area around Galaxy News Radio is nearly secure.
Very well.
Hey.
Thank you for the update.
Zırhı giymeyi öğretirlerse bana bir de giyeyim.
Scribe Rothschild wants a report on your tests. Have your results posted?
Power systems are 90% at startup, but are running at 37% efficiency after coming fully online. I'm looking into what might be possible.
The Brotherhood is at your
Şimdi kime
service.
konuşacağım onu söylemişlerdi. Bunu söyledi de kimi söyledi ismini hatırlamıyorum.
You honor us with your presence here.
Quartermaster Durga here, stranger. I have to say, I'm not sure what you're doing in my armory. We run a tight ship, and unless Elder Lion says so, we don't trade with outsiders. Quartermaster out.
Şu görevleri yapacağım ama önce burada bu dolanıp şu zırhı nasıl yiyeceğimi öğrenmem lazım. Zırhı yapmam mı gerekecek? Dolaşırız. Belki gerek yok. Böyle yapmam.
The Brotherhood is at your service.
Yes? Can I... Typical. Surrounded by the keenest scientific minds in the capital wasteland. But do you thirst for our knowledge? Our experience? No! All you wastelanders want to do is put on that damn power armor and join the ranks of the skull-thumping tin soldiers. So be it. Talk to Elder Lyons. I'm sure he'll grant permission for the training, which our gunnery sergeant can provide.
Aşağıda büyük ihtimal ya. Orada bakalım. Belki başka bir şey var.
Listen, thanks for getting us through that. I'm not stupid. I know we wouldn't have made it without you. I'm sorry about your dad, and I'm sorry I've acted like an ass. Great. If there's anything I can do for you, let me know. Yeah, sure. Whatever.
What do you need?
Hey, buddy. Hi. Yeah, so listen, thanks and all. Really great job you did there.
Belki onlar varsa önce daha iyi olur.
Oh, yes, hello, I've heard about you. We don't get many strangers here in the Citadel, especially those who walk about unescorted. I am Scribe Bowditch. If you require something, simply ask. Talk to Scribe Jameson. She's our keeper of the scrolls. She'll want to know what you've found. She spends most of her time in the archives. You'll find them in A Ring, near the Great Hall. Why, a great many things. There are 3 orders within the scribes, you see, each dedicated to a different field of study. Of course, there's the Order of the Sword, Order of the Shield, and Order of the Quill. The Order of the Sword develops and maintains the Brotherhood's weapons. The Order of the Shield does the same for our power armor and defenses. The Order of the Quill is responsible for recovering and preserving knowledge, ancient and otherwise. I am Proctor of the Order of the Shield. I oversee the others in my order and make sure our defenses are up to snuff. Do you know how long it took to fortify these ruins? From the husk of the Pentagon, I carved a grand citadel. No easy task, my friend. Ah, but that was yesterday, when all we had to worry about was those damn super mutants. The Enclave, now, that's a different problem altogether. Certainly. They're relentless, like nothing I've ever seen before. I honestly think they see our brothers in power armor as some kind of canned meal. Some of the pieces we've had brought back, men and women ripped in half, some pulled through their armor. Just horrible. They're sporting some pretty impressive power armor, I'll give them that. The advanced Mark II. But that's all right. With a few modifications, our own armor will more than handle anything they throw at it. Farewell.
Hail to you. By the traction of hospitality and on the word of Elder Lions, I welcome you to the Citadel. I am Star Paladin Cross, Keeper of the Arm, and Seneschal to Elder Lions. And I am honored to say I was acquainted with your father. Now what may I do to help you? I did, and you as well. Long ago, I helped guard the water purifier against the super mutant horde. When your father left, I escorted the two of you to Megaton. He was a noble man. I was saddened to hear of his passing. But from what I've heard, he died with honor. He died for you. I only pray that my own death has such meaning. And so our deeds are carried on through our sons and our daughters. Continue to remember him fondly. Continue to tell his story. And continue to do his work. Through you, he shall carry on. But now I must ask you a difficult question, if I have your leave to do so. I escorted your father across the wastes. It was the best I could contribute to his efforts to restore fresh water to the people. I would like the honor of escorting you in your journey to complete his work. Then I shall follow your leave and submit to your command.
Beni mi takip edecek?
As James's child, I know I don't need to explain, but I am not your servant. If I do not like the path your actions take, I will return here.
Ay, yanlış.
Now, let us go forward. Crush the Enclave and fulfill your father's mission. Vigilance is necessary in this location. Be on your guard, my friend.
Vay, mantık değişti bu şu an. Vay bak, aynı şeydeki gibi.
I am open to your suggestions.
Sağlar tarzım değişimi istiyorum. Revimdeki yakınında geleceğim.
I am open to your suggestions.
Mesafeyi koru, onları arama etmeli. Mesafeyi mesafeden iyi. Başka bir şey.
As the Codex says, through discourse, we gain the strength of our brothers' minds. In the words of Elder Theus, a brother well equipped is a brother keeping to his duty.
Galiba taşıyor bunları. Yok olur mu acaba? Versin.
In the words of Elder Theus, a brother well equipped is a brother keeping to his duty.
O zaman genelde kullanmadığım silahları verebilirim. Bunu kullanıyorum yine ara ara. Outfinger. Shotgun. Evet. Magnum kas. Kas. Evet. Bunu ver. Bunu ver. Bunu kullanmaz. Evet. Evet. Kastım.
Lead the way.
Evet, yanlışımız oldu. Şimdi Alşi dediği yer neresi acaba?
Well, you just managed to get yourself into all sorts of trouble, don't you? Welcome to the Citadel. Not many civilians get to see the place.
Şey diyeyim ya, ilk başta yanında olduğumuz şey kadın. İlk başta mutantlarla kapışırken bu kadın vardı galiba. Ya da ona mı benziyor? Yok, bu o kadın aynen.
Talk to Scribe Jameson. She is our keeper of the scrolls. She will want to know what you have found. She spends most of her time in the archives. You'll find them in A Ring, near the Great Hall.
Yakını. Büyük salon dediğim neresi? Büyük.
Paladin Gunny instructs all initiates in the use of power armor, but only after they've undergone a rigorous training regimen. Considering all that's happened, my father may grant you special permission, but you'll need to ask him yourself. I've read the reports, seen the initial scans, but I can hardly believe it. I figured those radio transmissions were just old recordings. Never figured the Enclave would actually show up, in the flesh. But don't worry. Whatever they try, we'll be ready for it. I'll lead the Pride to knock them out tomorrow, if my father permits it. You've seen them, so you know what we know. What more is there to say? If we can figure out where they're coming from, we might be able to stop them. If not... It's the best of the Brotherhood, bar none. No one gets in without my say-so. Stay strong.
Hail. Hail. Hail. Name's Greg. Greg Bear. Most of the guys just call me Kodiak. Heard about that mess over at the Purifier. Don't you worry. You're safe here. Now that's a story. The only reason I'm here is because of Elder Lyons. You see, I grew up in the pit. Don't suppose you ever been there, huh? It's about 500 clicks to the northwest. Place is a nightmare. 3 irradiated rivers coming together. People there were not well. But the Brotherhood of Steel came down on the place with a righteous hammer. They called it the Scourge. It was a Brotherhood operation. They marched in and swept the place clean. Most of the people there were half-mutated, cancerous, vile things. And these people, rape gangs, torture squads. It was pure chaos there. The Scourge is the best thing that could have happened to it. This was way back, before the Citadel was fortified. Part of the early recon after the Brotherhood first arrived in this area. One night, a squad of brothers led by Paladin Lyons swept into the city from over Mount Wash, tearing apart anyone who stood against them. They were completely outnumbered, Still, they razed that place to the ground. As they swept through, the Brotherhood policed up every non-mutie child they could find. Turns out there weren't that many. Me and maybe 20 others. The younger we were, the less of a chance that we were mutated. It was ugly work, no doubt, but it had to be done. I'll never forget the sight of the Brotherhood of Steel breaching the breast of the mountain at dawn. All of them became initiates. Most of them went on to become brothers. A lot fell in action. I'm the only survivor of the Scourge of the Pit, still stationed at the Citadel. Hell if I know. I never knew them. I lived on the street and fought with rats for food. Elder Lyons brought us all back to the Citadel. He said it was the safest place he knew of. This place was still being converted. He put us in as initiates and kept a watchful eye over us. He was tough, but he taught us to stay alive. The man's like a father to me. Nah. The amazing thing is Elder Lyons. Now, I see the Brotherhood's one thing, but the Pride, best of the best. Every damn one of us. Hell, I do it all. Recon, demolition, tactical assault. Guess you could say I'm the Pride's jack of all. Strength and steel, friend.
Glad to see you and that egghead Lee made it here in one piece. I heard what happened to that purifier. Hell of a... Me? Heavy weapons, miniguns, missile launchers. If it's bigger than a... You, my friend, are talking about the most elite fighting force ever. Each of us was handpicked by Sentinel Lyons herself. Man, nothing dies like an ugly. I once saw Colvin snipe the leg off one at 200 yards. Thing pirouetted like a figure skater. Man, I don't know. Fighting uglies is one thing, but we've never gone up against anyone that well trained or organized. Even their tech is better. Don't get me wrong, the Pride's in it to win it, and I'll go down shooting if I have. Paladin Gunny can train you, but you'll need...
The Brotherhood is at your service.
Welcome. Need something, friend?
Burası değil. Bayağı da büyük bir yermiş yani. Ya.
Welcome.
Hail.
İki görev var. Bir zırhı giyme, bir de şu biriyle daha konuşalan bir videonun bölümü. Nasıl diyeceğim aslında da.
Is at hand. Yield, that I may ease thy suffering. Why are you talking like that? I'm practicing. Come on, for a nightly order, right? I figure we should speak apart.
Yes? Talk to Scribe Jameson. She spends most of her time in the archives. You'll find them
Büyük salon.
in A
Büyük salon nerede bulacağım onu bilmiyorum ki.
This is not normally something that we do. Trade with outsiders has proven to be problematic in the past. However, considering the circumstances, so be it. I'll send word to Durga that you have full access to trade. Under the circumstances, I will allow Paladin Gunny to train you. You'll find him in the Bailey.
I want to sound like Elder Lyons. Elder Lyons does not sound like that. You're an idiot. Fine, I'll practice on someone else. Thanks, but nothing. Oh, anything.
Hail to you, stranger. I am Squire Maxon, loyal servant of steel. Well, yes, sir. If I may speak my will, you do, sort of. We do not have many guests, and when we do, they're usually visiting brothers. Shield yourself from those not bound to you by steel, for they are the blind. It's not personal. Anybody who has not taken the oath. The Codex says, fear those who do not pledge to the Brotherhood. But it also tells us, oh yes, I've studied them. They're not all the same, you know. Besides the regular ones, there are also brutes, and after them, the master. But the worst of all, the behemoth. He's a giant. I saw one once, outside the Citadel walls. The super mutants are all over the city ruins. But Elder Lyons doesn't actually think they're from there. It kind of seems like they're looking for something.
What aid can I offer you?
Presence detected. This unit has activated.
Evet, ben bakabilirim bu büyük şey dediğimde. Önce oradan çıktım. Burada değil. Öğreti çekelim ama bence burada bir yerde. Şu an gece olduğu için.
Hail.
Hail.
Hail.
Bayağı kalabalık var ha.
Caution is advised.
The Brotherhood is at your service.
Ne yapsak sonra mı gelsek bulamayacağız galiba. Büyük bir yer.
Hail.
What do you think? Have you seen the Enclave power armor? I'm Jameson. Word of your ordeal has spread. I am truly sorry for the loss of your father. But if I can help you in any way, please let me know. You have? Oh my. This brings to light a sad affair for the Brotherhood. but perhaps it is something that you can assist us with. If you have the time, I have an offer for you. Good. As I'm sure you've noticed, the Brotherhood operates all over the DC ruins, often detached from the main base here at the Citadel. We're short on communication equipment, so many of the groups in the field operate as independent cells, without standing orders. Sometimes, I'm afraid that their missions end in their deaths. As Keeper of the Scrolls, it's my charge to write of each fallen brother's deeds. Exactly. A brother fallen in the field may have no one to carry word of his death back to me. In calmer times, we could send detachments and messengers to learn their fates. But with our manpower stretched thin, we have no such luxury. Which is why I must now ask you for your help. Each brother wears a holotag like the one you found. Should you find any of the fallen brethren in the field, I ask that you return their tags to me, so that I might record their deeds in the scrolls. Scrolls are kept by the head librarian of each Brotherhood bunker. The scrolls are a record of the Brotherhood itself. Into each scroll is written the name and deeds of each of our brothers. Battles, what technology is recovered, when he was promoted, everything. The last entry for each brother is that brother's death. It is important, as the way a man dies is just as important as the manner in which he lives. And so, each man who nobly serves the... They are on our fallen brothers throughout the DC ruins. However, as I said, many of the units in the field operate independently. As I told you, with the increase in super mutant activity, we have access to a great deal of technology, and because of that, I will be able to offer you caps for the tags you bring me. But well, the
Hızlıca geçiyorum. Neymiş?
Ah. I have you. It saddens me to hear of my fallen brethren, but their names and deeds shall be records. Tell me, how many have you found? Very well. It is my duty to provide...
Hail.
Bu zırhı giymek için o elemanı bulmam kaldı. Yok kaldı. Nereden bulurum kim bilir.
Yeah, I can train you, but don't ask me to like it. My initiates sweat blood, and you just get a free pass? Anyway, you ready for this?
Evet.
Now look, to wear power armor, first thing you need to do is relax your muscles. Let the suit do the work, okay? Now you.
Herhangi bir güç zırhında rahatça hareket etmek için gerekli olan özel eğitim aldınız.
What aid can I offer you, outsider? Why do you...
Giyebiliriz. Öyle. Ama daha bunların zırhı daha sağlam. Para ayarlayıp almak lazım gidip. Tamam. Şimdi göreceğiz. Bunu geç. İlk paket görüyor çünkü. Bunu yapalım.
Targets acquired. Look out! Get him out with this one.
Adamı buna vereceğim. Bu şeyime sınırsız gibi bir şey olacak.
Fire the hole! My head!
There is a foul stench on the... In the words of Elder Theus, a brother well equipped is a brother keeping to his duty.
Bombalar da veriyor. Yes.
Targets acquired. Look out! I've got grenade out. Superior weapon. anyone out there? Hello? Come on, tell me already. Oh no. What happened? He's dead? I guess I already knew. Besides, I'm too tired to cry anymore. Gotta stop it, so this can't happen to anyone else's family ever again. I wish I had met you a long time ago. And then maybe my dad would still be alive. Thanks for doing all this. I'm feeling better now that you're here. Nah, go ahead. It's just not... He was a pop... He spent all of his time in that shack. Every... Yeah. We'll...
Meşgulculuğun kaynağını ortadan kaldır. Kaynağı nerede ki? Yok, kaldır. Göster, kaldırayım. Yerini göstermez yapamam ki onu. Nereden bileyim kaynakları nerede?
Helping the people of the wasteland is of the utmost to the Lion's doctrine.
Ha! Stupid monsters! Can't get me in here.
Biraz zor olmaz, kaynağını bul. Eğer bulamazsan başka görev çalışalım. Yakında nerede görüyoruz kaynağı? Ben bunun dışındadan başka yerden yıkanıcı görmedim.
Engaging! Target acquired! The Brotherhood seize all! Over here!
Metro aracı doğrusu olabilir mi?
I've got your back.
Yes. In the words of Elder Theus, a brother well equipped is a brother keeping to his duty.
Attack! We'll get him.
I've got one.
Where?
Need some help here. Enemy down.
Detected. Grenade out!
Helping the people of the wasteland is of the utmost to the Lion's Doctrine.
Engage target. We'll get him. Targeting.
Sandım lan.
Be vigilant.
I've got one. I've got your back. Over here.
There may be hostiles in the area.
Got contact. Where?
Onların yuvaları burada bir yerde. 100. Ulaştık çıkacak orada.
Till you startled me.
Sen
You
beni
really
bu.
mustn't creep up on people like that. That is precisely why this is the ideal place for my work. Do you realize you're trampling about in a delicately balanced and highly sensitive... My experiments are of a complex nature and would take a scientist to explain. Oh wait, I'm a scientist. How marvelous. My foray into reducing the girth of these insectoid creatures is of utmost importance. I intend to generationally reduce their immense stature by way of a pre-birth induced mutagen. Isn't that clever? Oh my, I suppose I do tend to ramble on about all things academic. My problem right now is I can't reach my terminal to make the proper adjustments and repair the damage I've caused. Since you've offered, allow me to elaborate. My portable terminal is set up in the hatchery chamber near the Ant Queen. If I can reach it, I can continue to work on improving the mutagen. Oh, no. The Queen mustn't be harmed at all. Months of work would be lost. Your objective would be to eliminate what I call her quintet of nest guardians. Ugh, filthy little abominations. No, it should all wrap up rather nicely. I've rigged my equipment at my portable terminal to emit what I call an inhibitor pulse. Once I send this pulse, all of the remaining ants will lose their empathic link with the Queen and frenzy, destroying each other in the process. So, that's all there is to it. What do you say? Why can't man follow the ants' example? They work together as a team, every waking moment dedicated to the colony. They require no wealth or material items. Everything they need is provided for them by their fellow insects. But I digress. If it's payment you need, all I can offer is one of my mutagenic bioenhancers. You will? How marvelous! Be careful, my friend. The nest guardians can be quite tenacious. Far too curious. His incessant questioning would often come when I was the most absorbed with my calculations. He had no regard for the importance of my work. All scientists take responsibility for their failures because it comes with the territory. I will take this experimentation to completion without roosting on the moral high ground. If I allow emotions to enter the mix, all this time and energy spent will have been for nothing. You have your ideals and I have mine. I'm down here to complete my experiments at any cost. If that means the loss of a few lives to save generations of lives in the future, it's a small price to pay. I can't risk leaving this place. I have to continue monitoring the hatchery for any further mutations in the next brood. I have no time for children and their petty games. What do they know about the importance of my work? Yes? Well, the mutagen has enhanced their fortitude and provided them with what I call pyrosis, the ability to emit flame biologically. They're quite radiation-free, however. Well, as radiation-free as any other mutated creature in the wasteland. Must I again remind you that the Queen is to remain completely unharmed? If she's hurt or killed, there's no telling how long it would take me to find a suitable new subject. Just let me issue the inhibitor pulse and it will have a similar effect. The stimulation of the subject's evolutionary trigger by the mutagen caused a biodefensive reaction metamorphosing the ant's venom glands. This process caused unexpected oscillations in the venom molecules at such a vast rate it produces a thermodynamic biochemical reaction. As the subject ejects the volatile solution, it becomes conflagrant due to new structures in its maw. I call it calefaction array. Amazing, isn't it? I'm afraid they are not susceptible to anything I can think of that wouldn't harm the garden variety giant ant. Just aim for their antennae if you can. It will confuse them quite a bit. Playing with genetic codes isn't simple. Do you realize one tiny tweak at any point in the last million years could have completely changed us? Going from attempting to change their size to generating their pyrosis ability is no surprise at all. Yes? Please don't insult my intelligence. You didn't even enter the hatchery. Now, I believe you have a job to do?
Yes. What do you... In the words of Elder Theus, a brother well-equipped is a brother keeping to his duty.
Bunun da kapısı varmış ha. Yani. Duygusuz bir şey.
Targets acquired.
öldürme onu. Böyle gel. Bak onu.
I've detected some changes within the Queen's hatchery with my equipment. What's transpired? Well, oh, how marvelous! Please, tell me what happened. Come now, the faster you tell me, the faster I can provide promised payment for your services. Then I will proceed to my portable terminal at once and make the necessary changes to the formula. Thanks very much for everything. You've been quite a useful lab assistant. How marvelous! Which injection did you want? Will it be the ant site or ant mite? How marvelous! Ant mite it is. Hold still, please.
Ne olacak acaba?
Yes, what did you need? Well, I will continue my research. There has to be a way to reduce these creatures to their former size. Until then, I will be staying in my shack next to the Wilkes' home should you ever wish to visit me. Much to do, so much to do.
Böyle bitti ama. Tamam, şaşırmayacağız galiba.
All clear. Stand down.
Time to start back at square one.
Your father would be proud of you. Relevant to the mission?
Kind of hard to breathe in this thing. It was so weird. All of a sudden, the ants went nuts and started fighting each other. It was like they were totally crazy. It was really scary, but kind of cool at the same time. You know what I mean? I wish I had something to give you for all the work you did, but I never really had much to start with. I guess now you'll be on your way, and I'll have to try living here by myself. I hope you'll come back and visit someday. Really? You mean it? Oh boy, thank you so much. I'll wait in my old house for you to come back. I need to bury my papa anyway. Just don't forget about me.
Allah'ım ya gri o demir mi ağız mı neydi onları alır bence.
I wish I was tough like you.
Gen elemanlar var ya onların olduğu yer alır mı? Bir daha konuşuruz. Kabul ederlerse yolları götürürüz.
Bless you.
This is an automated distress message from Vault Tech. Vault 101. Message begins.
It feels like you left home a long time ago, but I know you're still out there. I just hope you're still alive to hear this. Things got worse after you left. The new overseer is insane. If you can hear this, please stop looking for your dad and help save us. I changed the door password to my name. If you're hearing this, and if you still care enough to help me, you should remember it.
Message repeats. This is an automated distress message from Vault Tech. Vault 101. Message begins.
It feels like you left home a long time ago, but I know you...
101 neredeydi burası? Tamam, ilk başladığımız yer. Tamam, buradaki şeyleri zaten sonra 101'e bir dönersiniz. Evet, tutalım.
I probably shouldn't be talking to you.
How's the field research going?
Don't try anything.
There is a foul stench on the wind. Let us not tarry for long. I am... Ha! Good plan. I'll try to get around behind him. There is a foul stench on the wind. In the words of Elder Theus, a brother well equipped is a brother keeping to his duty.
Shotgun. Tamam, 12 lira ama normal. Onurup vereceğim. Kalsın. Alayım. Kalsın. Alayım. Alayım. Kalsın. Kalsın. Ne olmuş? Bunlar kalsın. Kalsın. Bunu dondururum.
So, are they intelligent?
Mermileri hepsini alayım ondan ya. Neyse. Neymiş? daha çıkmayacak. Çıkmaz. Tamam, satmıştır. Tamam işte, başka bir şey kalmadı. Dediğim gibi anca şey olur. Düşmanlarla böyle çok düşmanla karşılaştığımız onları öldür, onların hepsini silahını alırım. O zaman bir güzel para kazanırım. Şimdi kazanamadım ama. Ne alabilirim? Biraz.
Good hunting!
Stop right there. I don't know how you got in here, but... Hold on. Wait a minute. It's you! I hardly recognized you with all the dust and grime from out there. Guess that explains how you got that door open. You've got more experience with it than most everyone down here combined. Amada's message? I don't know what you're talking about, but I'd keep that under your hat for her sake. She could get in real trouble if people found out she sent you a message. So could I, just for talking with you now. Maybe. She isn't the only one, that's for sure. Ever since last night, it's been madness down here. Nothing but trouble. Let me bring you up to speed. It seems like it's been a mighty long time. The night you and your dad left, everything went crazy. Between the bugs and the confusion, we lost a lot of people. When your dad opened up that gate, he let loose a whole lot of crap, if you'll pardon my language. I'm sorry to hear that. Regardless of how things turned out down here, he was a good friend. I always figured he'd do well outside. You're not alone in that, though. In all the chaos, Amada lost her dad, too. Lots of us lost family, to tell the truth. Now Alan Mack's the overseer, and he's taking a hard stance against those who want the vault to open again. I probably ought to put you under arrest and take you into the overseer, but frankly, I know better than to try that. Meanwhile, some of your old friends think opening the vault is a good idea. I bet those rebels would like a word with you, now more than ever. Of course, if you want, you can just walk away as if you were never here. Out of respect for your dad, I won't even tell anyone I saw you. It's not that they want to leave. It's that they want to open the door and interact with the rest of the world. But that would risk the whole vault. I guess you've had a lot on your mind since you were here last. Okay, follow me. Uh-oh. Wait here. This doesn't look good.
You know I can't do that, Freddy. Now get back down below before I have to do something we'll both regret.
What? You're gonna lock me up like you did to Broch? You can't cage a tunnel snake, man, because we rule!
Stay back!
Taylor, stop shooting, damn it!
Don't you know enough to stay away? I didn't mean to fire. I really didn't. I just wanted to scare him off. But he had a knife. I can't be too careful with those rebels. I tell you, I'm scared of them. I never know when they're gonna try something dangerous. I lost my poor wife Agnes is what happened. And all the chaos and fighting, her old ticker just couldn't take it anymore. Yes, you do.
I guess you can see how bad things are down here. Sorry, where were we going? As chance would have it, she was one of the first people to talk about life outside the vault after you left. No surprise. She always did like you. I hope you can talk some sense into her. Or maybe the two of you can come up with some other plan. Just be careful about it.
Video görev.
Cut it out.
You don't belong here anymore.
Işık
Can't you
be.
just leave us alone? The bugs were horrible, but my family was pretty lucky. But then my Freddy went and got caught up with those idiot rebels. Those kids are risking our entire vault just because they're bored. It's horrible. Yes, you do.
Helping the people.
Damn. Look who's come waltzing back into the vault. It takes some real balls coming back here after everything you and your dad screwed up. But if you've got to be back, might as well make yourself useful. You gotta help us. Because you're a goody two-shoes, right? You get off on helping people in trouble. Isn't that why you saved my mom? I bet she'd thank you herself, but she and I ain't exactly on speaking terms at the moment. At least, not when she's sober. But I tell you, your old man had the right idea. I can't stand it down here anymore. You gotta help me get out. Because anything up there has got to be better than a lifetime of the same thing down here. Think about it, man. Down here, I'll always be stuck with the same job, with the same food, with the same people forever. You and your dad had the right idea. Get out of this pit and make your own life. I'll start a gang, of course. Why, it'll be the toughest, coolest, badassest gang the Wasteland's ever seen. Hey, play your cards right, maybe I'll even let you join it, huh? Yeah, well, get us out of here and we'll see, won't we? I heard old Stanley complaining a lot of the stuff down in the reactor got fried pretty bad. Nothing too bad, yet, but he's always worrying we'll lose air filtration or whatever. Of course, if that happened, guess we'd all have to leave the vault then, huh? The damn goat said I'm supposed to be a hairdresser, but that ain't me. I'm a barber, you got that? There's a difference. Because you've always been a goody two-shoes. So when I need help, it's what you're gonna do, right? You're gonna help Amada anyway, right? Just make it so we can leave the vault, and I'll leave and never bother you again. Okay, hold still.
İyi bence.
Catch you later. Maybe.
Of the wasteland is of the utmost to the Lion's Doctor.
You're alive!
A lot of security got wounded, and worse. In all the confusion, we still don't know who's responsible for some of them. I hate that this whole thing has turned us against our families. But we just can't keep living down here forever. I mean, look at this place.
Whatever. Oh, it's good to see you're back from outside. It can be dangerous out there for someone your age. My poor grandson Jonas died is what happened. They say it was just an accident in all the confusion, but I know it was the overseer. Oh dear, we aren't asking for anything special. The vault's been open before, but for some reason everyone tries to pretend it wasn't. I guess they try to forget the poor souls who never came back from out there. Oh, please be careful.
Oh my God, you're back! You got my message and actually came back! Oh, thank you! Everything's gone crazy since you left, and now that you're back, you can help set things straight. I just wish we could have saved more people. Jonas and the Hannons and so many others died that night. It was bad enough they died because my father was trying to keep the door closed. But then I found out it was all to protect a lie. I found out the vault wasn't always closed. They've lied to us about it for our entire lives. I heard we sent a couple of scouts outside long ago. Maybe the suit was theirs. The vault was open for a while, but for some reason they closed it off when we were babies and everyone swore to deny it had ever happened. But then Jonas died, and they're keeping us locked in here, all to protect that fantasy of remaining untainted by the outside world. It's not that simple. Just because Butch wants to leave this place behind doesn't mean the rest of us want to go away forever. It's our home, and we want to stay here. It's just that since you left, we started thinking maybe the outside wasn't something to be afraid of. But we can't even suggest going outside to communicate or trade at all. Not with the Overseer keeping us trapped down here. You need to stop him. The real problems came after you two left. The injured had nobody to turn to since our doctor had run off and his assistant had died. Now, we've got to rely on that old Mr. Handy for most of our medical needs, and he hasn't exactly got the best bedside manner. Ever had an examination from someone with cold, metal pincers? You don't want to. I just don't know. Maybe he thinks he's protecting us, but all he's really doing is condemning us. Well, there's a new world waiting right outside that door, and we're not going to give up until we can reach it. I certainly hope so. We can't keep going on like this. What exactly do you mean by that? But we can't stay isolated forever, or eventually all we'll have left is a handful of inbred remnants. The person you should be convincing is the Overseer. Go talk with him. Be careful.
Wow, you're back. Mom and little Monica got caught in the fires. I tried to get them out, I really did. But it was just too hot. I know it wasn't your fault, but my dad doesn't think as highly of you. You wouldn't want to hear what he said he'd do to your dad, either. I wouldn't call us rebels. I mean, we don't agree with the overseer, but we still love the vault. We just want to try going outside, too. Later.
Sabotajı yapmayacağım bu arada.
Morning.
It's good to see you again.
You never should have left, kid. Now we'll make sure nobody ever leaves again.
Company! Where?
If you're listening to this tape, then my brains are splattered all over a wall somewhere, and you've got a job.
I don't know that I should be talking with you. With all of the bugs and fires, there was an awful lot of strain on the systems down on the reactor level. Our water chip's pretty delicate right now, but I'm working on setting her right again. It's just a phase they're going through. Every kid thinks they want to leave the vault at some point, but we all grew out of it. Yes, you do.
Sabotajı da yapacağım ya. Hadi işte. Fazla üstüne ama şey çıkmış.
I never thought you'd be back.
What is it? I guess what the overseer said was right. Now that you've been out there, we don't need your help. We'll take care of ourselves. You can just...
Bir dakika, niye öyle oldu? Ben İngilizce yazıyordu. Bir şey yapayım dedim. Yükle yapacağım.
I never thought you'd be back. It's good to see you again.
What is it?
It's good to see you again.
Yukarıda o zaman. Buraya sığacağım lan. Ben olduğunu nasıl yiyeceğim?
Well, look at who came crawling back home. What's the matter? Homesick? Outside not everything it was cracked up to be? Or was it just that Daddy didn't want you anymore? Too bad. You're not wanted here. You're scum. Is that what they say? And you believe them? Ha! Why, if it weren't for me, they'd go outside and die in seconds flat. They're just caught up in the idea of a change is all. Now I'll make this easy for you. You can walk away and let me handle the vault. Or I can put you down like a rabid dog. Your choice, kid. You know what? I hear the last overseer tried being reasonable about things, and you killed him for his efforts. I think I'll skip the reasonable thing and just kill you now.
Over here! We'll get him.
Galimatır olarak.
Man, I sure wish we could blow this joint.
I just heard what you did. It was terrible, but I guess it had to be done. What's more, some of the people are saying I should be the new overseer. It's all so sudden. Oh, I will, believe me. We can open up limited trade with nearby settlements and other areas, and see the world we've been missing. But it's still important that I protect our vault, and keep the people within it safe from the dangers of the wasteland. Even when those dangers have helped us in the past. And that makes the rest of this even harder. I realize that, and I don't blame you. If you hadn't been here, maybe one of us would have done the same. You saved us. But that doesn't change the fact that you killed the Overseer in cold blood to do it, and I can't let that sort of thing stand here. I'm sorry. You're a hero, and you have to leave.
It's a shame you gotta go, but you'll do okay out there, I'm sure.
Hello.
Ben de şey bekliyordum ha. Yardım ettik, o kadar şey yaptı, yalvardı. Gel bize yardım et diye de. Yardım ettim, gel birlikte yönetelim falan der diye düşündüm. Ki kız bizi kullanmakmış şimdi.
What have you done?
Evet, burada bölüm sonu yapalım arkadaşlar. Videoyu beğendiyseniz beğenmeyi, yorum atmayı, abone olmayı unutmayın. Sonra görüşürüz. Kendinize iyi bakın. Hoşçakalın.